Marilyn for the noontime My World. Audio's good. Thanks, Lou. Um, anyway, I hope everybody's had a nice morning, and I'll show you a couple things. There's not a heck of a lot that I've had my hands full. I don't know how many other people use Thinkorswim, but they have had some kind of a glitch, and so for my treat today, I get to rebuild my entire workspace on Thinkorswim. I just can't tell you how happy that makes me. So between them and NinjaTrader, I hope Apex comes up with its very own trading platform. And then we have the programmers. We can talk directly to them. Anyway, that's on my wish list, along with the bionic brain implant I want them to do. So, this morning there's a couple things I wanted to show you that I think we started up this morning about 8:30, and this trend down from the the red ice line. I'm always a little leery when these apex formations, the X forms right at the bottom of the E bar also. But because I just kind of think that's because we had the ice and the deviation right here, just about the same place. But these were both excellent entry points right off of these two major streets right here. And then if you're looking to get a little more familiar with these sling candles, this is one right here, and it's the first one after the E. So this would be a valid one. If you wanted to take that, you could do that for 15 ticks, just on autopilot, or you could continue to let it go and probably get stopped out maybe at the top of this bar right here. But when it forms that second one, this is an example right here of the second one. Lori always says to be leery of those because they don't always pan out. You might get 5 or 10 ticks off of them, but you need to be very alert to those. They are not the best. There will be other better ones that come along. And I put a screenshot, you can scroll back up, of a couple of those on TF this morning that were really nice. One of the interesting patterns that I'm seeing, besides this is a perfect mountain, the deviation mountain here is just so nice. It doesn't get any better than that. I mean, this just went right up the side of the mountain and right down the other side. But what I do not like this kind of choppiness in here. I won't trade that because I hate it. And how do you know it's happening? Right here, as soon as this deviation sets up this bad guy country in here, I don't like this. Other people will trade this in for scalps in here, and they do it very successfully. I'm just not one of them. So, having said that, if we look at the this is a faster chart. The 210 is moving about twice as fast as this 519. But sometimes it's easier to trade this for scalping, particularly between these institutional zones. These are institutional volume zones. I took them off of the bigger chart because I found for me, there's too much stuff in front of my face. But I like them better on here, and you can also refer to those over here on this, the shadow bars. This is the iZone sharpshooter chart. I believe next Saturday morning, Lori's going to do a training on using this sharpshooter with the rules laid out in very plain, simple terms. So I'm kind of waiting to see. Uh, I've noticed that when this is putting in all this up and down and choppy stuff that I don't like right in here, the these bands or whatever you call these, this green band thing in here isn't quite as it's not quite as obvious to me, and I know that one of the things with this is to be able to trail your stops down using this trend flip. And I still, from an actual using standpoint, personally, I don't like to sit through this, so I am much more likely to avoid that. And if I took this trade off of here, then I'm going to get out. This is an older magnet, but it's a big one. And 4670 is if you notice, the bus driver is very reluctant to make up his mind about 4670. So he needs to tell me for sure which way he's going. The other thing I would point out to you is we've talked about this, especially sometimes it's easier to see on this smaller, faster chart, but if you notice, this is the second time that it's tested the EMA, and if you notice right here, it went what, one tick, maybe one tick. That is to me an obvious place where they're taking out stops. A lot of traders use the EMA to trail their stops with, and that's a stop trap right there. So be aware when you see those kinds of things where and it is so frustrating to trade that, because you think that your stop is gonna be fine, and then it goes up, takes your stop out, and goes right in your direction almost immediately, and it's just so frustrating to do that. So having said that, let's see, we have one of these members of the Brain Trust that's supposed to be speaking, I think right about now. So pay attention. Oh yes, I want to show you one other thing. On this 30-minute chart this morning, when you see 4 of these go down, you be expecting when the 30-minute changes, it might keep going down, but this is a typical pattern in 30-minute charts where you'll see 4 or 5 of these. 4 is more normal. 5 get more cautious. 6 get real cautious, because the market is kind of like a pressure cooker. It lets the steam off. So all the contracts that were short from right up here at this magnet at 47.30, those are going to go down here and start taking their profit at about 46.40, and then as they start offloading their contracts, the bus driver's offloading his passengers, then this will start to move up because of the buying that's coming in there. So these are just little things to be aware of, and hopefully this afternoon we'll get another nice trend on crude oil. I'm not holding my breath for anything today. It's Monday, and we'll just have to see what happens here. Anyway, I am kind of watching this the chat room, and let's see, somebody asked something in here. Oh yeah, Michael asked how to fix these shadow bars. um, because you don't like the shadow over those, you can turn those into candles, and I'll show you how to do that. It's on this sharpshooter. I believe that is in the bar style setting, and it's right here. It's the bar style setting. This is open, high, low, close. You can click on this and turn this into candles, and it puts all those shadows into the confines of a candle if you like that better. So this has been the noontime version on Monday, the 19th of October, of my view from my world in Apex land, brought to you by Apex Investing. I'll see you at 2:30.